Dave and his wife Stella have been having some serious problem in their marriage recently. This is due to Stella's inability to have time for being a wife to Dave. Stella is always going to work, always traveling on contracts, always in the office, comes home late, and this has been the sole problem that Dave has with Stella. One day before Stella goes to work, Dave asks for some brief discussion, which of course Stella says, I'm in a hurry. We will talk about this. I promise we will talk about this when I come back from work. Dave said, you know what? This is what you have been saying for the past 1 month. We haven't even made love proper as a couple. How then do you want us to have a child? We've been married for 3 years now. Don't you want to have a child? You said I should give you 1 year. I have given you 2 years. We are in the 3rd year of marriage and no child. Are you not worried? Stella said, Dave, we don't have to do this morning. It is too early for this. I said when I'm back from work, we will talk about this. And as for the child, I already told you. That gave me 1 extra year. I'm chasing this huge contract and you know I am due for promotion. After that, we can talk about having children. You don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. Having a child is not a problem. Just give me 1 whole year. Dave looked at Stella and said, look, if you are tired of this marriage, you need to tell me. I can't continue like this. Already, Dave was not having it. Stella said, darling, we will talk when I come back from work. And she left Dave alone. Dave looked on and shook his head and said, Stella is the problem in this marriage. Later in the evening, Stella came back from work and Dave was not in the mood to talk. Stella, as she a woman that she is, used her feminine side to convince Dave again. This time all she did was rolled the husband so in bed, and the next morning Dave was happy once again. Dave has already forgotten all the discussion there was to have. In the morning, Stella was preparing to go to work. Before that, she also prepared some very beautiful breakfast for Dave, which she hasn't done in a long time. Dave woke up so surprised and happy and said, whoa, darling, today you have prepared breakfast. Stella said, yes, why not? I'm not my husband. Dave said, yes, I know I'm your husband, but you haven't done this in a while. Well, there's always a surprise. That is why this is a surprise. But you know, I'm late to work already. I'll be back soon. Dave said, you're going to work? I thought you have taken some days off. Well, Stella said, yes, I promised to take some days off, but it hasn't been approved yet. When it has, you'll definitely know. Dave said, look, we need to sit down and plan our future proper. We need to have children. We need to build a family. Sarah said, sweetheart, I know. Don't worry. We will talk about this when I'm back from work. Days later, Dave received a call from his mom, and the mom was asking, how is the family? He was sounding so unconvincing. Already, the mom had been pressuring him to have a child, and he has always been covering up for the wife, but this time, the voice was not convincing enough. And the mom said, Dave, are you okay? We sit down. Dave said, well, I'm okay, but it's just Stella. She has been giving me a hard time. What do you mean hard time? Then David explained everything to the mom. And the mom said, well, I've told you long time ago that your wife doesn't want to be a wife. She wants to be working. She wants to be the man in that family. You want to build a family, you need to divorce her or look for a second wife. Dave said, Mom, you know I don't believe in having second wife. You know what you went through in my father's house, and I don't want to have a second wife. The mom said, well, you can divorce her if she's not ready to be a mother. You have to do your diligence, or you have to make your decision fast. Time is not waiting. You're almost 40. When are you going to start having children and start catering for them. Dave said, Mom, I know. I have been talking to her. She said she will come around. Well, is it when you are 60 before she comes around? You need to do something fast. Well, anyway, all the best. And that was how Dave started thinking on what to do. One day she decided to bring in a maid. The maid was suggested by her bestie. This maid called Kate came into the house by surprise. Dave did not even tell Stella about the maid. Stella came home from work late and saw Kate preparing food in the kitchen. Quickly she was shocked and said, "Who are you?" She said, "I am the new maid in this house." Quickly she went to the bedroom and approached Dave and said, "Dave, who is that lady in the kitchen?" "Well, since you don't have time to cook and do some of your duties as a wife, I need to employ a maid who can do the little things you have stopped doing." Sarah said, "Well, Dave said, "Look, there's no excuse. She's here to stay, and so far, so good." Sarah said, "Okay." Quickly, Sarah went to the kitchen and said, "Your name is?" They said, "My name is Kate." Sarah said, "How old are you?" She said, "She's 20 years. "Okay. And I just want to make it clear. The duty here as a maid is to cook and clean, wash, and also does it. Anything else is off limit. Don't you dare go to the bedroom. My husband is off limit. All this one is." Kate said, "Madam, I'm here to do my diligence. I need money to go to the university. That is why I'm here." "Okay, I see you speak good English as well." "Yes, Mom." "Okay, so you know the rules. My husband is off limit. If anything at all go off script, you have me to contend with." And she left. That night, Stella made some good love to Dave. Dave was more convinced at all because he knew that what he wants, he is not going to get it anyway. So Kate now became the maid who was always doing her duties and cleaning, cooking, and she also now has time having conversation with Dave. Anytime Stella travels on contract, Kate is always there to have smooth conversation with Dave. One day, Dave also had a very good contract where he was able to secure it. After securing, he came back home late, was happy, and started drinking with Kate as a celebration. They both slept and woke up both naked. They couldn't believe it, but they kept it as a secret to Stella. At this moment, they didn't know what to do. After exactly 2 months, Kate was pregnant. As a shock, she herself was shocked. Stella quickly noticed the signs and said she needs to take pregnancy tests, which confirmed that she was pregnant. Out of angriness and everything, Kate has to confess that Dave is the one responsible. Stella could not believe it. She could not believe it that all these years she couldn't get pregnant. All she has been avoiding getting pregnant for the husband. Only for this maid who came in less than 3 months being pregnant just because she has married her own job instead of her husband. Out of angriness, Kate was being thrown out, but Dave also protected her and said, "Look, Stella, all these years I wanted you to have a child, be a wife, but you refused. The only woman who is now pregnant and having my first fruit, you want to kick her out? No, she's going nowhere." Stella said, "Well, if Kate is not leaving, I'm leaving the house." Dave said, "Well, suit yourself." Stella could not believe that Dave would say that. She quickly packed her things and left the house to her best friend's house. As she narrated everything to her best friend, Stella started crying. A week after, Dave had not called. Stella's best friend said, "Look, Kate." Stella's best friend said, "Stella, don't you think you need to go to your husband and apologize? You are the cause of your own problem. Why are you leaving your marriage because another woman is pregnant for your husband, which you yourself, you could have done, but you married your job?" Stella said, "Are you blaming me for my husband cheating?" Her best friend said, well, I'm not blaming you, but you are the cause of your problem. Stella went to the bedroom 2 days in, thinking about the whole conversation, and she realized no, she needs to go back to the house and take control of her home. She went back to the house, apologized to Dave, and said, well, since Kate is pregnant, the only thing she can do is if she wants to keep the pregnancy, that's fine, but she's here as a wife, and after having the baby, she can go back to school. Right now, she is taking her life and her family back. Dave was shocked, said, wait, you still want to be in this marriage? Stella said, yes. I mean, thinking about the whole thing, I think I'm the one that pushed you into another woman's arms. If I were to be, taking care of you as a wife would, I don't think you would have cheated on me. So yes, I'm here to make sure that I be the wife that I couldn't be in these past years. Immediately in the evening, Dave confessed and said, I have some things to say to you. I want you to call your best friend. I'll call my mom and we will all have this discussion. Stella was confused and said, what? Do you want to marry Kate in addition to me? Is that what the meeting is about? Dave said, don't worry. Just call your friend. And I'm going to call my mom as well. So we'll have this discussion. Stella continued to apologize and said, don't worry. I said I'm a changed person now. Dave said, I believe you. That is why we are having this meeting. Look, I know I said I'm taking you back despite you cheating on me, but if you're going to marry another woman, then I'm out of this marriage. Dave said, don't worry. Let's have this meeting. Quickly, they both called their best friend and mother. Next day, the meeting was scheduled. In the meeting, quickly, Dave narrated the whole situation to Stella and said, everything is a prank. Stella was confused. What do you mean everything is a prank? Well, Kate is not pregnant. She's too young. She's what? 19, 20 years. No, I can't. She's not pregnant, and she is my sister's best friend's sister. So she's just here to help out, execute this plan that I planned with my mom. Even your best friend is included. She's aware of everything. Wait, so you mean she is not pregnant and you guys have just been flirting for nothing? Yes, we did that for you to realize your mistake or how to balance your family and your job. Wanted us to see if you truly value your marriage, value me, or you value your job. And we realize you truly do love me and you're willing to adjust. Stella could not believe it. She angrily was shocked and said, wait, she mentioned her best friend Deki. You are mom? Yes, I am. Mommy, you are. I knew Kate. They all shake their head in agreement and say yes, it was all a plan. She angrily walked out to the bedroom and they followed her. And Dave explained everything further and said, we just wanted to test you. My mom wanted me to marry a second wife and I said no. But I wanted to test you to see if you truly love me or not. If you even take me back, even if I've cheated on you or not. And I realized you truly do love me. You're seeing your mistake and you're learning from it. Quickly, Stella said, wow, I'm so sad. I'm still happy that I have you back and everything was a prank, but I'm still very angry at you. At this point, Dave said, well, it's good to know that you love me and you're trying to adjust because I don't want you to let go of this beautiful marriage that we have. At this point, Stella said, yes, I have learned a lot in the couple of months and I'm not ready to let you go either.
Thanks for watching this recap. This channel brings you the best Nollywood movies. We save you time and money. Don't forget to subscribe and like our videos for more movie recap.